Absolutely. I mean, to go a goal down so early again, it's happened far too many times this season. We need to be better. We need to be better at that. Yeah, it's a disappointing day. It's a very disappointing day. I thought, if I'm honest, I thought the first half they were the better team. Definitely the better team, but I don't remember Fraser having to make many big saves. I think throughout the game, I don't remember Fraser having to make many big saves. In the first half with the ball, we kind of got it wrong. We weren't that great, but I thought the second half that changed a little bit. I felt like we were more of a threat. And to be honest, I think their keepers pulled off an outstanding save at 1-0 that maybe could have changed the flow of the game. And then a few minutes later, they score from a set piece from 25 yards. So, yeah, it's a difficult one to take.
I appreciate this maybe isn't the time to ask this question, but on an afternoon like this, does it make you still want the job permanently? Is there any sort of concern on your part that it's, very early in your coaching career to take on something this size?
No, absolutely not. I've remained consistent. I believe that we're doing a good job in terms of what we're trying to create, but at the same time understanding that the timing, we don't have much time to change too much. And like I say, we've seen this type of thing too many times this season in terms of going a goal down so early in the game and making it difficult for ourselves. But we understand as well, we do have two important games, and it's still in our hands what we want to achieve. So we need to learn. We need to try to be better for next week because we've got another difficult game.
The team haven't won away from home since January and haven't won outside of London since October. I think it's an embarrassing statistic. I'm not blaming you. I'm not your manager all the time, so I'm not blaming you. But it's an embarrassing statistic for fans. I mean, have you got any insight into what's going on away from home and outside London with the players?
I think many different things contribute to that, but ultimately it's not good enough for a club this size, and you can't expect to be competing where we want to compete and have that sort of record. So that needs to improve. It needs to be a collective. It needs to be driven from all of us because, like you say, it isn't a good enough stat. It's nowhere near the level we should be at, and that needs to change.
What you put today down to, so it was obviously, it felt different from other games.
In terms of what?
Just how the players approached it. It didn't feel like there was the same intensity as there has been in some of the other games.
Well, I'm not sure. Like I say, we've conceded many goals early in games this season, so I'm not sure what trying to angle in that one at, to be perfectly honest. We've come here against a good side in their stadium, and you have to understand that sometimes you have to suffer as a team, and then the game changes, like we see in the second half. Momentum shifts, and it's a different game. But you can't get to that point being a goal down because it changes the whole dynamic of the football match, and it's something we definitely need to improve on.
It feels from the outside of the club as though the club's drifting a bit with no certainty over head coach, no certainty over sort of sporting director type role. Does it feel like that inside the club?
No, listen, I think the outside world is the outside world. I've said it quite a lot in the last couple of weeks. When you're consistent and when you're strong inside, that definitely transfers outside. We can't hide away from the fact we are where we are in terms of it is a difficult moment, but at the same time, everyone is pulling together and trying to create a togetherness now and going forward. And ultimately that results change that on the pitch for sure. But I think the environment that you try and set within is probably the most important thing.
Ryan, you're in a real fight now, aren't you, to get any European football next season?
Yeah, of course. We've been in probably that situation for quite a while now. We understand that. We understood today, the importance of today. And it's a disappointing result. But like I say, at the same time, we have got two games to focus on and try and finish the season as well as we can.
Ryan, can I ask you, on the situation of the manager, I realise you're the one we speak to. It might not be your department. But can you reassure fans that there is a plan? Because a little bit like last time you were in this position, it perhaps looks to them that there isn't, that there's a little lack of direction about where to go.
No, obviously we've had a disappointing season in terms of like, I'd say where we are in the table, but also many other things as well. There probably hasn't been that consistency, that alignment, and that togetherness throughout the whole club. And that's probably the most important thing going forward that we're going to change. And I'm absolutely confident that will change. Football can change very quickly. And when you've got people here that care about the club and want to make it better, then I believe that will happen.
Is there a plan in place with the managerial search? Can you assure them that it's all in hand? It's not just...
I think that the obvious answer is like the current situation is the current situation, and all of us here are doing the best we can to finish the season well and go into the summer in a good place as a football club. No, both injured. We're not sure yet. Not entirely sure on both of them, but obviously wasn't able to select either of them today.
Thanks very much. Thank you.